Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another episode here with your Vancouver Canucks franchise in year 4. And the Canucks are having a downfall year here. Second last in the division, and it's looking rocky. It's probably a 10% chance to make the playoffs the way they are right now. And looking at the whole entire league, the Rangers are up there. Bruins. It is shaky here as we are third last in the league. I think it's just time we start looking at trades here. Looking at point leaders, Pedersen. He's not even having a great year on the first line. He's got some skill to play with too. He's just not figuring it out. I don't know if his time in Vancouver is up. We already got rid of Hughes and Miller. Hughes we wanted to stay, but he was just fed up. Unfortunately, the chemistry in the locker room is still an issue. Gotta find guys that can gel together. Bright side, Tom Willander's having a great year. Brock Besser, we're hoping he can step it up a little bit more here. He's been hurt quite a few times. Throwing off his jig. Owen Tippett, not too horrible in the second line. Lettermacki, still under 10 goals. We got to find a way to get him going. He's been playing with Johnson and Pedersen and power play time. And Thatcher Demko, he is just looking lost this year. Looking at Ravensburgen in the AHL, he's definitely playing a lot better here. So hopefully that's going to help his confidence from his NHL start he had as he was getting lit up. He's just not quite there yet. So hopefully next year he's ready. And AHL leaders, get Anderson, Dolan, Suzuki, Atu Radti. He just hasn't grown into the player Canucks would hope. He's probably going to be trade bait in the offseason if we can find a trade for him. And Jack Guy, he's hurt in the AHL. Could be a call-up for us too if we need some toughness to end the year. Interesting trade offer here. It's for a rental though. I'm not going to do a 1 year. We're not going to be buyers on a rental with our record. Ty Young, he's taking an injury in the AHL. DeBrusque, another big injury to our top 6. Oh my goodness. Injuries this year are brutal. It's like we're in the playoffs or something. And our losing just keeps on getting worse and worse. Already hitting 30 losses on the year. Playoffs are looking very bleak. Montreal, we lose to them. Florida, we get a win against Florida, surprisingly. Ryan McDonough hits waivers. We're not going to take that contract. No, thank you. No way, Jose. Or should we say, no way, San Jose. DeBrusque, he's going to be back in the lineup. See if he can help out a little bit more. Not looking like it is. It's a rough year, people. Rough indeed. My goodness. Alrighty. So I think it's time. We're going to let the coach go. We just did sign him to an extension, but he has lost this locker room. The players aren't playing for him. Norm Welch. It was a nice 3.5 years, but it's time to look for some new help here. Trying to find someone that can run the bench and get the team playing like they can. Alrighty, so we're going to have a little interim coach here in the meantime. If Quincy can do well the rest of the year, maybe he proves he can run the bench. But we'll have to see how the Canucks handle things. Now we got the Jets. Game before the deadline, we'll sim here. Jets, I don't know. Oh, Connor Hellebuck, he's always tough to score against. And Jets up 1-0 early. Alright. Come on now. Down 2-0 through 2. Rutger McGrory gets one. He's still in Winnipeg right now in this universe. Looks like he held his own. Chose to stay in Winnipeg. Oh, Scheifele on Demko. 3-0. Offense nowhere to be found. My goodness, what is going on in Vancouver? I think the owners got to lower some ticket prices again here. Get fans back in the seats. Mr. Accolini jumped the prices up like crazy after one good year. And if they start playing like this, he might be going to games for $30 again. Interesting guy off waivers to pick up here. Jack Thompson. Got X Factor ability. He's still in his prime. We're going to give a shot on Jack Thompson. And we're going to send down Sasson. And we're going to enter the trade deadline here, people. Let's see who we can get some offers for. And Ferrero, going through the offers. Nicholas Hag. I don't know why they would make that trade, though. Vegas. Utah. No. None of these prospects. There's 2 picks. 2 second-round picks. Wouldn't be bad. But I would like to turn into an Eastern Conference team. A decent goalie prospect. What does Toronto have? 2 second-rounders. I don't know. Those would be late second-rounders, though, too. But Eastern Conference team, you don't have to worry about them too much. Rangers. Florida. Edmonton. No, we're not going to trade them in division. Even though the GMs in Vancouver like doing that for some reason. I'm always against it. Holmberg. Alright. Well, looking at the offers, I'm thinking we're probably going to go with Toronto. The way it's looking right now. Nothing else is really sticking out to me here. Toronto's guts. At least a couple second rounders. We'll go with that. And they're not going to be a couple of years. One's this year, one's next year. Now Sherwood, we're looking at trade offers for him. He is a nice bottom 9 forward to have, but he is up there in age now. He's 32. We're not making the playoffs. Playoff teams don't want him. But I'm not seeing a lot of really enticing offers. So a 3rd round pick to New Jersey. Now Trent Frederick. We did just sign him. But the way the Canucks are looking right now, I really just want to load up on some picks. Philip Broberg. I mean, if we could sign him in the offseason, that would be a nice addition to the defense. San Jose wants to give us Couture. No, I'm not doing that. Hayes, Lazart, Nedeljkovic. I don't want to trade another guy to New Jersey. Couple second round pick options. I don't know. I'm thinking St. Louis might be the trade that we're going to go to here. Seems to be the more enticing offer. So we're just going to add to it a little bit here. Get 4th and a 5th with Broberg. For Frederick. And Harvey's getting the call up. So those are our moves at the deadline here. We didn't really have an offer for DeBrusk, because he's been struggling. But looking at the trades so far, some interesting moves at the deadline here, as teams are gearing up for a playoff run. Calgary's getting some picks. Oh my. Alright. Definitely some eye-opening moves here. We'll see what pays off, though. I don't know. Trade deadline can always backfire on you. DeBrusk, I think we might move in the offseason for some defensive help. Just someone, if we can't sign a big free agency name and defense, DeBrusk could be an option to try and add a top 4 name. Pickering, he hasn't really grown into a top 4 guy. He's just bottom pair guy. And he's not really scoring any points on the power play. So let's sim ahead here the rest of the year. So we're sitting 19, 34, and 11 right now. Yeesh. Not good. But we win the first game after the deadline against the Wild. Kent Johnson, bruised hand. Come on, guy. You can play through that. Oh, my. All right. Winning a loss versus Calgary there. Josh Bloom. He's now injured. He's playing on the 4th line right now, so we can get someone to replace him easily. And here comes the losing streak. 21, 37, and 12. Josh Bloom, I think we'll probably just keep him out of the lineup right now. Let's see what Othman can do on the 4th line. Alright, San Jose, get a win there. Utah, loss. 23, 38, and 12. I think we might get a top 5 pick this year, people. Owen Pickering, he's ready to come back. We got Jack Thompson playing on the 4th line. interesting. We'll give Harvey some third line minutes. He's got 5 points in 11 games. Not bad for a 6th round pick. There's a diamond in the rough. Where is he? Where'd he go? Yeah, I don't know why they auto-assigned Jack Thompson, but we'll bring in Othman here to the 4th line. 25, 43, and 13. My goodness. Not even going to get 30 wins this year. Even with Thatcher Demko and nets. It's just been a nightmare season here in Vancouver. Coach got fired. Missing the playoffs. But that's going to happen when you lose Quinn Hughes. A guy, unfortunately, just didn't want to be in Vancouver anymore. And that's every Canucks fan's fear. Because when he hits UFA, he's going to leave. But we start things off well here. Last game of the year, 3-2, 3-3 going into the third. Can we give the fans something to cheer about here? Last game, and Brock Besser puts them up 4-3. Finding a way, come on. Gotta believe here. Hold it. Don't you dare send this game to overtime. Come on now. Alrighty. So the Canucks do win the last game of the year. Pedersen, 22 goals on the year. DeBrusk, he reaches 20. Willander's got 10. And Besser, he has got 24. So no one reaches 30 goals. A rough year. Now looking at the standings, Rangers win the President's Trophy by a landslide. 12 points. And wow, Utah Hockey Club is up there. Chicago's up there. And we're sitting dead last in the NHL. My goodness, not even 30 wins. Not even close. Yeah, that's going to drop morale pretty good. So hopefully we can turn things around next year when we get a new coach who can lead this locker room. And hopefully we can get some big free agency signings because we're going to have cap space. Pedersen, 67 points. Willander, 61. Rupert Besser, 62. DeBrusk has 41. Electromacki, 37. Kent Johnson, 38. Tippett. Oh, these new additions did not have a good year in their first year as a Vancouver Canuck. Roger McQueen, third liner, 22 points. We'll take that. Pickering again, not doing it offensively. Brandstrom, not as well as we thought he would do. Oh man, what a nightmare year. My goodness. But Bryson Harvey, that's a name to look out for. 6th round pick. He's looking pretty solid. Someone that could develop into a second liner for us here. Possibly first. I wouldn't mind that. That would be a huge boost. Josh Bloom got some playing time. Saw what he could do. Now looking at people we could draft. Got Carter Bell here. Sean Couturier type player. Where else? Where was he? There he is. Gaspar Marchand. Somewhere in the top 5 of defensemen. Ruben Morrison. Oh man, he's been killing it too. That's another solid guy to look out for. Marty Weeman, if we get the first pick in franchise history and we get a franchise player, that could be the massive turnaround Vancouver needs. Oh man, oh man. Here's to hoping. Marty Weeman. He'd be the first in his country to do so. But there's a couple late round picks we want to keep an eye on here. Jonah Martindale. He's got some franchise potential still. Some Finnish prospects here. Vancouver hasn't really had a lot of luck with Finnish players. Sami Salo is probably the only Finnish player that's really had some luck in Vancouver's system. Jarkko Ruutu. Olli Juolevi, that was just a whole entire bust in itself. That one was, oh, don't even get me started on missing out on Matthew Tkachuk or the others. Oh, that's just nightmares. Jim Bennon era, I tell ya. Some late round steals here we're looking at. I would like to get another Bryson Harvey. That'd be a nice addition. Even if it's a defenseman playing bottom 6 minutes, I would be fine with that. Just something. Not really focused on a goalie. because we got Tyon there, Ravensburg, and 2 young goalies behind Demko right now. Maybe in a year or two we'll start looking at Stoughton goalies again. Unless there's going to be a steal in the late rounds. But right now I'm pretty solid with our goalie depth. If we can get some second round steals, I'll be fine with that. Maybe top 4 D-man in this draft would be huge. Especially because Willander, he has a RFA deal expiring next year, and he's one I want to get paid. Especially with the way he's been playing. But his morale is down, especially since the one bad year in Vancouver. So you gotta hope the Canucks can find a way to turn things around next year. And if they don't, I am guaranteeing a fire sale at the deadline. You could see players like Hronek, Besser, maybe Pedersen gone, maybe Demko, as Vancouver's going to have to try and just rebuild at this point. Alright, let's sim ahead here. Yes, AHL season's finished. Whoop-de-doo. Injuries in the AHL. It's alright. Doesn't look like they made the playoffs anyway. Come on. Who's going to win the cup? Calgary's beating Vegas. Wow. That's shocking. In the Western Conference, you have Utah and Vegas, so Vegas did come back in Calgary series. You have Florida and Carolina going at it. I could see that being the Eastern Conference final this year. And Florida wins the cup. Another cup for the Panthers. And looking at the brackets here, Florida wins it in 5 games versus Vegas. They just manhandled the Vegas Golden Knights. They have their number. The 2 cups they've won, both against the Vegas Golden Knights. In 5 games, once again, my goodness. Alright. No, Vegas beat Florida the first time. That's right. That's right. Brain fart. Florida gets a revenge in Vegas in the Stanley Cup final. Florida beat Edmonton. See? I remember things sometimes. Looking at the award winners. Stuart Skinner wins the Vezina. Pellet gets... Alright. Rod Thomas. Frank Selfie. McKinnon wins the hardware. Austin Matthews, another solid year in Toronto. My goodness. We needed Austin Matthews. That is who we need Pedersen to be. But until next time, people. Bye.